Alright, on this episode of Cars and Cameras, here we go. Alrighty.
Well, what?
First step. Anyway, we're not ready for the first step yet. So, here it is and all its problems. We ordered our parts. We'll have to do a parts run, I think, but we got everything we need. Well, not the seat cover. That's not getting addressed this year, but here's the jack. Here, Jackie.
Jack.
First step, jack up your car. Oopsie, sorry. Watch your head, Dwayne.
Yeah.
Watch your hood. All right. Let's bring the presents.
That's me. Squeaky sound. There goes the hat. We did those skis.
Here's the parts. First part.
Thanks.
Cat. All right. Stop your banging and clanging.
Here, I'll give you the gas cap. My gas cap. Your gas cap. There, put it on right now. Put it on.
So, our video today is sponsored by eBay. No, it's not sponsored by eBay, but all this stuff is from eBay.
There's the gas cap.
No way.
It's it.
I'm smarter than all the rest. Let's see if there's a seal inside. There is a seal inside. How great is that? It's a little dusty, but it fits. And let's see. I remember what this is. Oh, oil tank. And wire harness. Get you in focus. And this here is brake rotor. Alright, very good. Let's clean up all the razzmatazz and get these skis on here. So the first project we decided to tackle is the brakes. This brake rotor is well and truly melted. And the pad seized to the brake rotor pretty much welded themselves to it. So we also need to rewind the pull cord. So job number one is we're going to pull the cover off, take the gearbox off if we can, and then change the brake rotor. Once we get done with that, we'll probably do the pull cord. Or maybe once we got, yeah, we'll probably do the pull cord next. And then wiring last. Well, skis last. Wiring and then skis. So it'll be a That'll be a long road, so got the 1/2 inch on the old dingo dangle. Just pop these out. The longest and painful part is, of course, probably going to be the highly likely the wiring. It turns out the wiring harness we ordered is the wrong wiring harness. None of this stuff is in here, and the plug that plugs on the what are they called? ECU or the CDI box. It's not on this harness, or if it's different enough so I can't recognize it. So unfortunately, we are stuck with resoldering a lot of this wiring. So we'll cut them off back here and then just add a new length. It'll be fine. It's not the greatest thing in the world, but I'll be able to do it either way. And then we got to remember this hose here got burned off. It goes down there to the little nipple. So let's get to work. All right, here we go. It's a brake disc.
That's toast.
I hope I can make you understand why we're chucking this. Just simply welded together. The thing was shining, glowing hot. You can see the flaking taking place. So, I mean, I would agree you could probably stick pads in it and run it. Maybe a set or two of pads and you'd be golden. So, I love Leroy dearly. As a brother and a friend. Otherwise, I would absolutely refuse to do this. Hopefully, anyway. So, part of the pain here, let's take the key out of here, a little half moon, special kind of a key. There's all the stuff from the gearbox, minus the brake. I might have to do an O-ring on the brake. It pushed the one piston all the way out, so they'll have an opportunity to clean it. Here's a big kicker with the gearbox. Those stupid studs are almost impossible to get through. They go through the holes down there, and then you gotta snake your hands up inside there. And if you can see, there's not enough room to really do it. Other than that, it's 3 bolts that hold it on. So I took this side of the studs off and took the bearing out. But that'll allow us to, I'm thinking maybe we'll go pressure wash this. We'll probably try and clean this. Now that we got all the rubber components out of here, we can get pretty aggressive with the cleaning chemicals and whatnot. So we'll probably try and maybe get some gas and scrub some of this bunch of plastic garbage in here, trying to clean it, because we got to be pretty clean when we go in there with the box again. So the box got a little play. We got to go down there and do the belt too at some point. So yeah, now we're at a good spot to go and rewind the recoil there, get this burnt. I don't think we go behind this. I think we go directly down here. Get this burnt piece out of here. Maybe we can do the recoil later, but we're in a good spot now. Like some of this, I don't think the wires are hurt, but we need to cut that looming off and probably replace it. So maybe we'll keep on cleaning out here and then try and solder the stuff back together. All the connector plugs are in good shape. So I'll just have to cut it, splice it back there, and just replace a section. Alright, it's the end of the day. My supper's ready, and what a water slopper. So this garbage can. Trash can? Garbage cans are steel, right? Anyway, I had that on the little trolley there, and we had it over here in the corner a little ways. I just kicked it over so I could clean, sweep. And then I carried all this over, so I washed all this stuff. Here, let me turn on the handy dandy headlight. I have some soap out here, some old shampoos and whatnot. Anyway, so, oh, there's a Nick. Hi, Nick. Nice to meet you. So anyway, we could Dremel that. Got to remember that. Dremel's still plugged in. So all this stuff, the point of the shampoos, the point of mentioning that is, it doesn't take, you know, I should have a shampoo joke for this, but I don't. I didn't read the label. Something about vibrant and soft. Shampoo does kind of tend to take the oil off and then put oil back in or something like that. Maybe it refines it and just puts it back in. I don't know. It is cleaner than it was. Most of the coarse dirt's gone. And then we wash the case halves. Most of the coarse dirt's gone. I actually did go get some Dollar General's version of Dawn dish detergent and mix that into the slightly diluted shampoo. So Dwayne put the skis together mostly. I had to put the metal piece in and then the little steel slugs. So there was a bit of assembly involved in the skis. I didn't really account for that. See, that's still nasty. That kind of pisses me off. But anyway, so we did try and get everywhere with the soap, and it's been many applications of soap and air. So we haven't put the skis on yet. I kind of saving that for the little cherry on top in the end. So, but then again, I might be working all night because I just drank a whole monster. Probably should switch to water. So, other than that, I mean, I wanted to cut some of this stuff off, but I didn't quite get to it. I got distracted and started doing other stuff. But basically, though, I heard a washer fall. Oh, here's an O-ring. So, I'm not sure where that goes. Let's put that in the parts tray. It might be these stupid the 3 bolts on the back that are inside by the drivers. Those 3 down there. Boy, I guess that's all I got to say. Just got my chair here and ready to sit down and keep on tinkering. Ought to have a production here. So tomorrow morning we ought to have a good production of maple syrup to gather and get that back boiling again. In a day or two we'll have to go cut some more firewood. Ideally we would cut firewood yesterday and then it'll have a few days to just dry off because it's all wet. Even if it's fairly dry inside, it's pretty wet. So what we've been doing is I cut them short, like 12 inches or so, and then we can stack them in so that the draft drafts through the wood stack in the stove. So that burns a lot hotter and it burns better. It also allows to burn bigger blocks of wood, so I don't have to split as much as fine. Less work splitting. There's more work cutting and stacking, but it adds up to less splitting. So now I was able to split a truckload of wood without killing myself. Also, paced myself a little bit, so that probably helped. So, it wasn't a huge workout, and I noticed that afterwards. So, other than that, so the Bilsteins came in for the Tacoma. I want to use stock 2000 and up, or is it 2001 and up, 4Runner front coils. Now, the 2001 Runner has a little bit different of a bumper. They added some stuff for safety, a little bit more crumpled zone and whatnot in the bumper. So, I'm not sure. I haven't seen enough 4Runner front coils to really know what they look like throughout their various years and iterations, but I know the old ones have, maybe the old 03 or whatever, have very thick coils with a lower number of wraps. I think it's 9 wraps versus 11 wraps. And they're big, hefty coils. So I think with the Bilsteins and the 3 snap ring settings, it should be pretty mint as far as trying to carry the load. So I think the springs are higher capacity on the V6 four-wheel drive 4Runners, 01 and up, than even the V6 Tacoma. So I have the V6 Tacoma shocks in there from not Parts Plus, it's the other one, Advance Auto. I think it's Advance Auto's in-house brand. I don't remember. It's the parts that I use all the time. And Mr. Joker there, what's his face? Jojo. If you want to get OEM lower and lower ball joints, there's a chap in California, and I would recommend you go on the Tacoma Facebook page or the 4Runner Facebook page and just ask. Somebody will tag you to him, and you can go get your parts from him. So for $320, I got all 4 ball joints and hardware, OEM. As far as I can tell, it's OEM. And the receipt is from the receipt. The return address has a Toyota related dealership business name on it. So, you know, many people have used him as a kind of a backdoor way to get parts, OEM parts, cheaper. So I would recommend it. They came very quickly. He seemed like a really busy guy. He wasn't available in Messenger all the time, which is how productive people tend to be. So I really would recommend that. So basically what I'm saying is we got a big birthday plan for the Tacoma. We just need to go out and cut a set of springs out of something. I know my 4Runner in the junkyard where I always go, those shocks are shot. The only way to get the bolts out is torch them out. They're not even OEM shocks, so they'd be a perfect candidate. Just take the Sawzall and cut them right in 2 or 3 or 4. So that's kind of the plan. Guys, I'm sorry to keep rambling on. That's it, guys. We got organized. We got everything here ready to get started right on it tomorrow. And I think this is an episode in itself now. We'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.